Hello, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Hello guys, how are you doing?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
Teacher.
Hello.
teacher.
Hello everybody. How are you doing today? Doing okay? That's good. Sorry for the delay. I had a little problem here, but it's all sorted out now. It's all solved. Okay, very good. Let's begin then. Let's talk a little bit. Many of you haven't told me much during these days. How have you been? ¿Cómo han estado? How have you been? How have you been, Mari? Hello, Mari, are you there? You are there, I can see you. How are you? All right, Mari doesn't want to speak. How are you today, Adriana?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. Oh, okay. I hear now that Mary's microphone is not working. Sorry, Mari. Sorry, Mari. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. And how are you today, Juan Jose? Juan Jose, are you there? Hello, are you there? Tatiana, are you there?
Hi, teacher.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay, thanks. I had a little bit of a problem a moment ago because some people came and there was nobody here to take care of them, but I had to do it. So that was the thing. But thank you for asking. How is the weather at home today for everybody? Is it a little bit sunny around your house?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, sure. How is the weather today? Is it hot? Is it cold?
It's good.
Yeah, today
It's
seems.
funny.
Yeah, that's right, right? It seems like today is a little bit sunnier than previous days. What do you prefer in general? I'm asking all of you. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the heat? The heat? What is the heat?
Sorry, teacher.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Sure. Yeah, sure. What is the meaning of heat? Heat. Do you know that?
Calor.
Hello.
Golpear.
Oh, yeah, good, good. Yeah, you're right. If you say H-I-T, hit, that is golpear. Correct. That is correct. But if you spell it different, if you spell it H-E-A-T, and you pronounce it like heat, do you know that one? If you don't, it's okay. Do you know what is that? No? Well, that is calor. If you say heat, like H-E-A-T, all right? So what do you prefer? Do you prefer the heat or the cold?
Heat.
Heat.
You prefer the heat. That's right. Where would you rather live? Where would you rather live? ¿Dónde preferirían vivir? Would you rather live in a very hot place? Like, for example, in the Middle East, where sometimes it gets to be like 40 degrees Celsius. Or would you prefer to live in a very cold place? Like, for example, some European countries where during the winter it goes below 40 degrees Celsius or even lower than that. Where would you rather live? In a very cold place or in a very hot place?
The first option.
Cold.
It depends, right? It depends. Who would rather live in a very cold place? Raise your hand. Remember, you can raise your hand here on the internet. Who would rather live on a very cold place? What about you, Camila? Would you prefer to live in a very cold or in a very hot place?
Yeah, very cold.
In a very cold place. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And why would you prefer to live in a colder place than in a hotter place? Well, if it's very cold, I mean.
Because I can support the hotter place, and I prefer stay with so many clothes, or to live in a hotter place. I don't know, but I prefer cold. I always prefer cold.
Yeah, that's right. So you are like me in that regard. I am also like that. I am also like that. I've always thought that of course I'd rather live in a moderate place with a moderate climate. It's not that I enjoy it when it is very very cold, but if I have to choose between a very cold place and a very hot place, I agree with Camille. I think I would go for a very cold place because at least I can manage to get a little bit hotter with the blankets and everything. At least if I'm at home. But you can't run away from hotter places from the extreme heat. However, some people do prefer the hotter climates. Like for example, my sister, whenever we go to Guayaquil, she's extremely happy in Guayaquil. I feel overwhelmed with the heat. I feel suffocated. But that's me. Everybody's different. What about you, Junior? What do you prefer? A very hot place or a very cold place?
I prefer very cold.
Okay, so you too. You're also like me.
Yeah.
And why would you prefer a very cold place as opposed to a very hot place?
Because I prefer in the cold. I don't know. For me, is more. I don't know, for doing activities like watch TV, reading. I like this, but in the cold.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand. I understand. So I am also like that. I'm similar to that. And who prefers the very hot places? Who here prefers? Of course, that I'm not going to attack you, and I'm not gonna say you're crazy or something like that because it's just preferences, you know. But who prefers very hot places as opposed to very cold places? Who prefers very hot places? Tell me. Nobody?
No.
What about you, Byron? Do you prefer very hot places or very cold places? What do you say, Byron? Are you there? Okay, anyway, right. Let's continue now. Let's go straight into the book again. All right. And let me just share the screen with you. Hey, almost everybody's here today. That's nice. Okay. So let me just check. So we did this exercise about tenses the other day. Now let's work a little bit more on these, okay? Just so you remember them very, very well. But don't forget something. Don't forget something, okay? Okay, let's go back. Sorry. Just a second there. Don't forget the pronunciation of these interesting words. How do you say in English desde? How do you say in English desde?
Sí.
Yes, very good. Since. That's the correct pronunciation. How are you not supposed to pronounce desde in English? How are you not supposed to pronounce it?
Yes.
no deberíamos pronunciarlo signs, ¿no es cierto? That's how you're not supposed to pronounce it. But yeah, sings is fine. Sings is okay. All right, very good. Now, let's do something very quick, okay? Try to give me a sentence using sings. It can be about anything. It can be about your life, or it can be about history, or it can be about something that happened or that has happened to somebody else. All right, so let's do that, okay? Each one of you, think of a sentence with the word sings, okay? Think about it for a second.
Can you repeat, please, teacher? I
Yes,
can
sure.
hear you.
Sure. Think of a sentence using the word sings. Okay. Did you think of one? Did you think about it?
Yes.
Okay. Hit me with one. Give me one.
Since I was child, I love to eat pizza.
All right, very good. Yeah, what kind of pizza, sir? To eat pizza?
Yes.
All right, very good. So, very good, very good. Who was this, sorry? Who is this?
Andres.
Andres, thank you very much. So, Andres says, very good. Since I was a child, I love to eat pizza. Let's say I've loved to eat pizza. But very good, Andres. That was very good. Notice something, noten una cosa. A veces, estaba muy bien lo que dijo Andrés, pero les hago énfasis en algo. A veces en español tendemos a decir las cosas que han sido desde un tiempo anterior hasta ahora de esta manera. Por ejemplo, qué sé yo, Marco y yo somos amigos desde el 2004. Marco y yo somos amigos ya años. Marco y yo somos amigos desde el 2004, ¿no? Y si lo pensamos así en inglés, diríamos algo como Marco and I are friends since 2004, right? Marco and I are friends since 2004. Sería esa la traducción literal del español, ¿no? Pero noten algo, en inglés en realidad no deberíamos decirlo así, sino en inglés. ¿Se acuerdan cuál era el tiempo? Bueno, esto es tanto en español como en inglés, pero ¿cómo se llama el tiempo que iba desde el pasado hasta ahora, hasta el presente? ¿Se acuerdan cómo se llamaba eso? Do you remember what is the name of that?
Continuous.
Well, actually, continuous would be, eso sería algo que estaba pasando.
Present perfect.
Perfect.
Present perfect. Very good, very good. Like, for example, if you say, I've been here since 7 o'clock. What is the meaning? How do you say that in Spanish? I've been here since 7 o'clock.
He estado aquí desde las 7 en
Estado
punto.
aquí desde las 7 de la mañana.
Perfect, very good. He estado aquí desde las 7 en punto, correcto. Very good, very good. Yes, notice that I'm using the contraction of I have, right? I've been here since 7 o'clock. Ahora, para este otro caso, claro, en español diríamos, en nuestro medio, noten lo siguiente, un español diría algo como, he estado aquí desde las 7, ¿no es cierto? Nosotros en nuestro medio tendemos a decir, oye, estoy aquí desde las 7. Uso el presente simple, ¿sí? Aunque si nos ponemos muy estrictos con el significado, con la semántica, no tanto con la pragmática, si nos ponemos muy estrictos en ese sentido, tal vez no lo estamos diciendo tan bien aquí en nuestro medio, ¿no? Pero claro, o sea, funciona y eso es lo que más importa, ¿sí? Pero si nos ponemos muy hardcore con el sentido, no es lo más correcto decir estoy aquí desde las 7, sino he estado aquí desde las 7. ¿Notan eso? Porque estoy sería como una rutina, una constancia. Si todos los días estoy aquí desde las 7, si trabajo desde las 7, claro, yo siempre estoy aquí desde las 7. Ahí como que va mejor yendo al sentido, ¿no? Pero a pesar de que en nuestro medio decimos, claro, solo este día estuve aquí en el hospital esperando, por ejemplo. Oye, estoy aquí desde las 7 y no me atienden. En nuestro medio lo hacemos, pero en inglés, en español de España y en inglés tiende a no hacerse mucho de esa manera, nótenlo, ¿no? Entonces, por ejemplo, si quiero decir, estoy aquí desde las 7, en inglés no diría mucho, I am here since 7, sino más bien, I've been here since 7. ¿Notan eso? ¿Sí? Porque desde las 7 de la mañana hasta este rato he estado aquí. I have been here since 7. ¿Ok? Asimismo, por ejemplo, si yo quiero decir lo que les decía antes, ¿no? Marco y yo somos amigos desde el 2004. En español de Ecuador no suena mal eso, ¿no? En un español de España diría más bien, Marco y yo hemos sido amigos desde el 2004. Marco and I have been friends since 2004. So in English, we do the same thing, all right? En inglés también para esas cosas que no son tanto como una rutina, como algo que se repite, sino es algo que ha pasado desde un momento en el pasado hasta ahora en el presente. Por ejemplo, Marco y yo, como digo, en Cuenca diríamos, Marco y yo somos amigos desde el 2007, pero tal vez un poco más preciso sería, Marco y yo hemos sido amigos desde el 2007, pues en inglés vamos a usar solamente esa forma con el present perfect, ¿sí? Marco and I have been friends since 2007, okay? Or yes, Marco and I have been friends since 2007. That would be the form. That would be the way. O lo que nos dijo Andrés hace un rato, ¿cuál era? Well, since I was a child, I've loved pizza. Esa sería la forma más precisa, pero muy bien, Andrés. That's right. So notice that. Since I was, o también podría refrasearlo, ¿no? Podría decir, I've loved pizza. Noten, presente perfecto, no present perfect. Pizza like this. Let me show you something here. Let's put it here. It doesn't matter. Let me type it, okay? I've loved pizza since I was a child. Very good. So that is what Andrés said, and it's very good. Lo que nos dijo Andrés, ¿no es cierto? I've loved pizza since I was a child, all right? Ahora solo noten que decirlo de otra manera. I love pizza since I was a child, y esto es a lo que quería llegar justamente buscando estos ejemplos. Si hago una traducción literal de esto, desde la perspectiva del español, pues del español de Cuenca, quiero decir, del español de Ecuador, pues no me suena mal. Yo amo la pizza desde que era niño. Amo comer pizza, como nos decía Andrés. I love to eat pizza since I was a child. Amo comer pizza desde que era niño, ¿sí? Pero noten que en inglés lo más correcto no sería amo comer pizza, sino he amado comer pizza desde que era niño, porque es desde el pasado hasta el presente. Entonces, entre estas dos, ¿cuál sería la correcta? En español ambas suenan bien, en español hablamos de músico medio, pero en inglés, ¿cuál de las dos les parece correcta? ¿La de arriba o la de abajo? Which of the two seems correct? The one here or the one here?
La de arriba.
Yes, that's right. That is how we are supposed to say it in English, okay? Now, I'm sorry, but somebody's knocking at the door, and apparently nobody's getting the door if I don't do it myself. So I'll be back in a second. And please keep thinking about sentences like this, but don't forget, if you use since, it would be probably a good idea to use the present perfect, okay? Think about some sentences like that. I'll be back in a moment. Sorry about that. All right, very good. Very good. So, any other sentences like this, okay? Using since. Try to say another sentence with since. So what Andres did was very good.
Teacher,
Anybody else?
can be I have been in my house since last month.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Very good. Very good. And me too. Yes, but that was perfect. That was perfect. Yes, very good. Very good. I'm sorry. What? Who said that?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. Who is this?
Se entrecorta, ¿no?
¿Quién es? ¿Quién lo dijo? Perdón.
Daniela Jara.
Daniel. Very good. Very good. That was very good. Okay. Now, anybody else? So that was very good. I'm actually gonna share. Let me just share the Word file instead, because that's gonna be better for a moment, so that I can gather your sentences, which are very good.
Can be since quarantine started. I
Yeah.
haven't seen my friends.
Excellent. Excellent. That's also very good. Let me just gather some of your sentences. Just a second here. Okay, so the previous one was, I've been home since... ¿Cómo era la oración anterior que nos dio Daniela? Since last month, I guess, yes.
I have been in my house since last month.
Very good. I have been in my house. O home, cualquiera de los dos estaré bien, ¿no? Right? I've been in my house since last month. Very good. And this was I haven't seen my friends since the quarantine. I'm sorry, quarantine started. Very good. Yes, great. Started. Now, why is this like that? Okay, anyway, let's leave it as it is, because it's not letting me, but good, good, very good. Excellent sentences there. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm sorry, who said the second one?
Teacher.
Yes.
Could be I have lived here since I was born.
Perfect. Excellent. I have lived here since I was born. Excellent. Excellent. And even better if we use the contraction, but great. Great job. I've lived here since I was born. Very good, very good. And you pronounced it very well, y lo pronunció muy bien. Este no lo pronunciaremos lived, sino lived, pero estaba muy bien. Very good, very good. Yes. Anybody else? And who was this, sorry? Who was this? ¿Quién fue quien dijo esta frase? I've lived here since I was born.
Adriana.
Very good, Adriana. Yes, great. Anybody else? Anybody else? What about Esteban? Would you give us a sentence using since? What about Steve? What about Karen? Would you give us some sentences using this? What about Denitza?
I live in Cañar since 2001.
Very good. I've lived in Cañar since 2001. Great. Awesome. Thank you very much, Karen. Karen was my student twice already. You've been my student twice, right? I think you were my student in elementary 1 and also in elementary 2, I guess, right? All right, very good. Yes, I've lived in Cañar since 2001. Awesome, awesome. Now let's do something. Let's now do some sentences using during. Okay, now let's see. Oh, okay, so in these ones we used since. Now let's use a little bit of during. Okay, now just one thing before we continue. Notice that in a sentence like this, like the second one, for example, I haven't seen my friends since the quarantine started. I could also say it like this: since, and I think that was the way you said it, since the quarantine started, I haven't seen my friends. Okay, I don't know why is this skipping like this, I mean the space, but it doesn't matter for them for the time being. Okay, so now what do you obviously here the difference is in the order, right? Obviously the difference is in order, but what other difference do you see between these two? Oops, sorry, what other difference do you see between the two? What other difference? There is a small
Comma.
difference. Yeah, that's right. Yes, and for 1,000 points, that's right. It's the comma, right? It's the comma. So here you have a comma, right? The word since, well, it is a preposition. It is a preposition of time, but it acts as a connector also. It acts as a connector of two parts of the sentence, right? So I haven't seen my friends. The quarantine started. Both parts, this part and this part, are connected by since. They are connected with since, right? Están conectados con since, right? But in this case, in the second one, you don't have a word. Well, you're beginning with this since, right? You're beginning with since, and there is nothing to connect this part of the sentence, this clause, esta cláusula, como se les conoce en gramática, but we're not going to get too deep into that. We're not going to get into too much detail with that. So there is nothing to connect it with the second part. So it's like two sentences that go together, but to put the two sentences together, we need a comma in this case, okay? So don't forget, if you begin a sentence and then you connect it to the second part with since, they're almost like two sentences, right? Well, then you don't need a comma. But if you begin something with since and then you have this premise, tenemos esta premisa, and then a conclusion, a consequence. Luego tenemos la consecuencia, ¿no? Desde que empezó la cuarentena, no he visto a mis amigos. Well, o lo que pasó a raíz del otro. Well, then you are gonna need a comma to put them together, okay? So, do you understand that? Like, for example, let's write another example like that. And tell me which one needs a comma. So, all right. Which of the two needs a comma? The first one or the second one? What do you think? Which one needs a comma? The first one or the second one?
The first one.
The first one.
Yes, perfect. Since you left, and where would the comma go? Where does the comma go? Where should the comma be?
After me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Comma.
That's right. After me or before my, exactly like you say. Very good. So since you left me, comma, my heart has been broken, right? Or in the other way would be my heart has been broken since you left me. But yeah, very good. The second one doesn't need a comma because the word since is acting as a connector for both parts. Okay? Very good, very good. Right. Now, yes. Sorry, can you repeat that? All right. Now, let's think of some sentences using during, okay? Tell me, what can you think about when you think of during? Think about it for a moment and then tell me.
Durante cuarentena. pude estar con mi familia. During I was able to visit.
Mhm. Very good. I was able. Uh-huh.
Was able
To-
my family.
yes, I was able to be with my family. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sorry, who was this? Who was this?
Jaime.
Very good.
Jaime.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jaime. That was very good. Very good, Jaime. During quarantine, I was able to be with my family. And yeah, I loved this part of what you said because a lot of people have lots of confusions with this, right? Don't forget something. How do you say poder in English? Not the noun, the verb, el verbo poder. How do you say that in English? Very easy. Remember? Poder in English is can. Yes, that's right. And of course, you know this by heart. If you say, puedo ayudarte, you know that this is, I can help you. However, in lots of cases, when you're speaking in the past, well, for example, pude ayudarte, you could say this, I could help you. Although remember that could can also be podría. I could help you, podría ser. Pude ayudarte o también podría ayudarte. It will depend on the magic word, on the context, right? It's gonna depend on that, right? But we can also say this, I was able to help you. And this sounds, in many cases, this sounds even better when we are not speaking about poder in the present tense, but in the past tense. Well, in the past tense, you have a double option here. I could help you or I was able to help you. But if you use it in the future, podré ayudarte, yo podré ayudarte, that's for the future. We are never gonna say something like I can help you or something like that. That would be just wrong. We never use two modal verbs following each other, okay? So, or we never put them together. I can help you, that's not gonna work. ¿Cómo podríamos decir en inglés? Podré ayudarte, yo podré ayudarte. Any idea? Very similar to what Jaime said a moment ago, but just make it in the future.
Would?
El would podría ser, el would es como el I would, podría ser. Ahora, con más seguridad de al futuro, podríamos usar un will, ¿no? Or the contraction, which is very common, I'll. But how do you continue? How do you continue that?
Able.
Yes, I'll be able. Very good. To help you, okay? I'll be able to help you. So yeah, in present tense, you can say I can help you. You could also say I am able to help you. I'm able to help you. But it is more common to say I can if you are speaking in present tense. If you're speaking in past tense, you could use could, but it is even more common to say was able to, especially to establish a difference between pude y podría. ¿Cierto? Right? Because could also has that other meaning, which is like a possibility, podría, right? But if you use it in the future, then you must say, I'll be able to. There is no other option, okay? Para decir podré, lo que yo podré hacer a futuro, well, then I cannot use can, I have to use be able to. And what Jaime said here was very, very good. During quarantine, I was able to be with my family. Yo pude estar con mi familia. If we understand this very literally, able es como capaz, habilitado para algo, ¿no? So I was able to be with my family. Yo estuve en capacidad, yo fui capaz de estar con mi familia, pero se refiere a yo pude estar con mi familia. So very good, Jaime. Very good, Jaime. All right. So that was the thing with be able to. I'm just gonna erase it to focus on the during. Any other sentence with during? Can anybody else give me a sentence with during?
I love going to the beach during summer.
Very good. I love going to, sorry, I love going to the beach during summer. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Very good. Very good there. I'm sorry, who was this? Sophia? Or? Okay, very good. That was very good. That was very good. During summer. Notice there is you have to be careful with this word. Pronounce it very E. Tiene que sonar como una I bien. Estaba muy bien dicho sea de paso. No estoy criticando, estaba muy bien. Pero por si acaso, pronuncienla bien I, ¿no? I love going to the beach during the summer. Porque si no le hacen bien I, puede sonar a otra cosa que no quieren decir. O que tal vez sí quieren decir algunas veces, pero no aquí. All right, so I love going to the beach during summer. All right, very good.
Okay.
But good, very good, very good. One more with during. Let's use one more word with during.
During the quarantine, I have had a lot of homework.
All right, during the quarantine, very good. I have had a lot of homework. Yes, I'm afraid so, right? I'm afraid so, yes. During the quarantine, I have had a lot of homework. Or you could also use the contraction, I've had a lot of homework. Very good, very good. I'm sorry, who was this?
Adriana.
Adriana, very good. So yeah, during, very good. Now, I'm gonna write something and you try to complete it, all right? Think of a way to complete this next sentence that I'm going to write, okay? During the 60s, during the 1960s, all right? And you try to complete that sentence, okay? Think of something. Of course, you weren't alive in the 60s. I wasn't alive in the 60s. I was born in the 80s. You were probably born in the 90s or even the 2000s, some of you, right? But anyway, what do you know about the 60s? Anything? During the 1960s? What can you think about? Think of something, okay? Any idea? Nobody has anything? Were you able to come up with something? ¿Se acuerdan come up? What is the meaning of come up? Come up with?
Ocurrir una idea.
Yes, very good. So, did you come up with anything?
Can be during the 1960s. If you had a TV, was something luxury? Were something luxury?
Okay, if you had a TV, very good. If you had a TV, it was something luxurious. Yes, good, very good, very good. So during the 1960s, if you had a TV, it was something luxurious. Yes, that's right. Era algo lujoso tener una televisión en los 60s. That's right. That is correct. Many people had them, but they were usually black and white, and not everybody had a TV. That is true. That is especially here in Ecuador. Well, not just here in Ecuador, but I mean compared to the United States in those days. Like for example, in the United States, in many countries of Western Europe, and a lot of people had TVs. Not everybody like nowadays, but yeah, here in Latin America, particularly in countries like Ecuador, yeah, that is true. It was very luxurious to have a TV. Like, for example, I think my parents didn't have a TV when they were young. Yeah, I think they bought a TV Well, they were married in the 60s, but I think they bought a TV in the 70s, and it was a black and white TV. Yeah, even though color TVs existed, but they were much more expensive. So yeah, very good, very good. Great, great sentence. Now let's speak about during, I don't know, during the night. Who was born in the 90s? Who was born in the 90s? Were you born in the 90s? Anybody? I think some of you were probably born in the 90s.
Yes.
Yes? Probably, yeah. Yeah, me too. No, just kidding. I was born in the 80s. All right, so during the 90s, but that was very good. Camila was that, right? A moment ago, I think, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because, you know, it switches over the screen. So sometimes it's hard to know who is speaking. But very good, very good. During the 1960s, if you had a TV, it was something luxurious. Or it was a luxury, podríamos decirlo de otra manera también, ¿no? During the 1960s, it was a luxury to have a TV. Another way of saying it, right? Durante los 60s era un lujo tener una televisión. Just another way of saying it. But yeah, both are correct. Both are correct. Now, during the 90s, think of something for this one. During the 90s.
It is okay if I say rock popular.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Because it was very low.
It is okay if I say rock are popular.
Rock got popular?
Yes.
Something like that. Yes, that's right. Yeah, good, good. Durante los 90s el rock se puso popular, right? Very good, very good. Although it was already popular from other things, but yeah, it got we could say that, or we could say, I don't know, maybe alternative rock got popular, which was very much the case. But yeah, very good, Andres. Thank you. Very good. Good, 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 good. All right, good. Now let's say a few sentences using from. Well, of course, you could use from for space, for precedence, right? For example, she's from Cuenca, they're from New York, right? But I want you to use from when you speak about time, all right? I want you to speak about time using the word from. So please. Think of a sentence using from, but when you speak about time, all right? Anybody? No one?
I wait for you for 2 hours.
Oh, well, that would be with for, which is fine with for. Let's begin with for then. Let's begin with for, not from. So very good. Let's say, for example, that's right. Okay, let me go back to this. I waited. I waited for you for 2 hours. And this gives me the possibility to establish a little difference here. What is the difference between these two? I've waited for you, but it's very good, very good. The for is very good. For before the 2 hours, right? Yeah, to speak about a time span, to speak about a lapse of time, to speak about a period, right? Okay, a period of time. So, but now, so that was very good using for. But my question would be, what is the difference between the two in meaning? What is the difference between these two in meaning? Not the for, but the sentences. What is the difference between I waited and I've waited?
First is the past, and the second it's continuous,
That's,
or
the second
it
is,
started out.
Mhm. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I can hear you.
yeah, that very good. The first one is past. The second way wouldn't be continuous. The second is a perfect, right? It's a present perfect. But yeah, the first one is the past. That's right. Uh-huh. Now, how would you translate the two into Spanish? Let's say the two in Spanish, the first one and the second one.
Yo estaba esperando por ti 2 horas y la segunda sería, yo he estado esperando por ti 2 horas.
Sí, la primera sería, correcto, la segunda sería, he estado esperándote 2 horas o te he esperado 2 horas, correcto, ¿no? Sí, y la primera sería más bien como te esperé 2 horas, ¿no? Te esperé 2 horas. I waited for you for 2 hours, te esperé 2 horas. Ahora, noten, what would be the difference in use? What would be the particular difference in use? What would be the situation? ¿Cuál sería la diferencia de situación entre estas dos? What would be the difference in the situation for these two? Think about it. Y si digo te esperé 2 horas y si digo te he esperado 2 horas, what is the difference between the two? Like, for example, if I say, let's suppose, I don't know. Mhm.
Ya terminó, o sea que ya le esperó y ya no le está esperando. Y en el segundo que continúa esperándola.
Yes, correct. Very good.
Inició en el pasado.
Exactly, very good. Katrina, was this?
Yes.
All right, very good. What Katrina says is very, very, very good. Yes, that's right. If you say, I waited for you for 2 hours, te esperé 2 horas, ¿no? Posiblemente estamos hablando del día de ayer o posiblemente de hoy en la mañana. Probably we're speaking about yesterday. Probably we're speaking about this morning, right? For example, I waited for you, I don't know, from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. and then I left. Te esperé desde las 7 de la mañana hasta las 9 de la mañana y luego ya me fui. Y luego, este rato, horas después, posiblemente este rato es la 1 de la tarde, y este rato te digo, te esperé 2 horas, desde las 7 hasta las 9. I waited for you for 2 hours. Pero, digamos que, misma situación, de 7 a 9, pero este rato son las 9 de la mañana y este rato recién llegas y te veo, ahí podría decir, I waited for you for 2 hours. Y como bien decía Katrina, es porque te sigo esperando hasta este rato, ¿no es cierto? Pero bueno, ya llegaste, entonces te he esperado 2 horas, ¿no es cierto? O tal vez no llegas todavía, pero me llamas al teléfono, ¿no? So you call me on the phone and you say, sorry, I'm late. And I say, yeah, I waited for you for 2 hours and I'm still waiting. Y todavía te estoy esperando. That's right, very good, very good. So what Katrina said was very good. It was very good. Now, we're about to finish. Okay, so yeah, these 4, maybe one more sentence with 4. Let's use one more sentence with 4. How would you say this in English? Esa guerra. Esa guerra duró 20 años. How would you say that in English? Esa guerra duró 20 años. Any idea? Tal vez durar es algo que tal vez no estamos tan seguros, no? Maybe that verb, something that we don't know. How do you say durar in English? Do you know? I'm gonna help you. How do you say último in English? How do you say último in English?
Last.
And the same word is also
Last.
durar. Yes, that's right. Último o durar en inglés es last. Muy distintas, tienen alguna relación, pero no son definitivamente lo mismo. But in English, the word last has the 2 meanings. Último o durar, last. And it is a regular verb. So the past simple is lasted. The past participle is also lasted. En este sí hacemos sonar la E porque termina en T, ¿se acuerdan? right? Like wanted, like lasted, and lasted. How would you say? Esa guerra duró 20 años.
The war,
That
the war
war
lasted
For
20 years.
years.
Yes, lasted 20 years, podríamos decir. But in English it would be very, very common and very, very used to use one more word here. En inglés sería típico usar una palabra más aquí.
For.
Yeah. That war lasted, for 20 years. That war lasted for 20 years. Notice that in Spanish it is not so common to say, esa guerra duró por 20 años. Puedo, pero no es lo más típico. Y por ende, en inglés, si yo hablo español, en inglés suelo cometer el error de no usarla. Ahora, that word lasted 20 years no suena mal tampoco, pero es mucho más usado utilizar el for, ¿sí? That word lasted for 20 years. Oh, this sentence is a good opportunity to use British English. That war lasted for 20 years. That war lasted for 20 years. Now, American English. That war lasted for 20 years. Okay? Okay, good. So that you remember a little bit more. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your attention today. Now, for tomorrow, we're gonna do this. They have asked me from the language unit to give you a little test. De la unidad de idiomas me han pedido que les dé un test. Ahora, este test, no se estresen, no es un test de lo que hemos visto hasta ahora, sino es un test de lo que vamos a ver a lo largo del ciclo. Y ustedes miran, ¿cómo voy a dar prueba de lo que todavía no aprendemos? Pero no se estresen. Tiene su calificación, que hagan el test, pero no importa que esté bien o mal, ¿sí? No importa que esté bien o mal. La idea de hacer este test es tener un poco la noción de cómo están en contenidos, ¿sí? Posiblemente si ya saben algunas cosas y a futuro posiblemente administremos otro test parecido, o sea, cuando estemos por terminar el curso, ¿sí? Para contrastar también un poco cómo ha sido el progreso. Pero, como les digo, no se estresen si se sacan 0. Con que hagan, ya tienen la nota, ¿sí? Entonces tampoco se preocupen demasiado de ay, no sé lo que es esto, no sé lo que es otro, me voy a matar 6 horas. No, hagan el test en el tiempo que está dado y no se preocupen si les va mal, ¿sí? Entonces, eso va a ser para mañana, les voy a mandar el test en unas horas, pero como les digo, solo tienen que hacerlo, no se preocupen mucho si les va mal. No se preocupen de si les va mal o bien, all right? That's it. So, see you tomorrow in class. Sorry for the delay today. I had a problem a moment ago, but thank you for your patience there. See you tomorrow. See you at 1. And thank you very much. Good, buddy.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. See
I
you.
have a question.
Yes.
Por ayer, no sé si escuché mal, si mandó una tarea, pero se me cortó la señal y como no estaba nada en los chats.
Ya, sí, ayer sí les dije que les iba a poner una tarea, pero considerando que todavía no habíamos visto algunos contenidos, quería mandarles una tarea del campus, pero luego viendo en el campus vi que para lo que teníamos que hacer faltaría ver un poco más que todavía no tenemos, ¿sí? Entonces les mandé por el WhatsApp que en realidad no teníamos de ver. Entonces no se preocupen. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, teacher.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you. Goodbye.
Hi, teacher.
Yes. Goodbye.
Teacher, ¿me puede dar un minuto, por favor?
Sí, sí, claro. Ajá.
Teacher, ¿me escucha?
Sí. Yes, I'm listening.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, I'm here. A ver, veamos. Yes, I'm here. Sí, escucho.
I'm William, teacher.
Hi, William. How are you?
Good, teacher. Teacher, yo tengo 3 ejemplos. ¿Me podría revisar si está bien, por favor, de la clase de día?
Y perdón, me repite eso, se cortó un poco.
Digo, tengo unos 3 ejemplos de la clase de día. ¿Me podría ayudar a ver si están bien?
Claro, por supuesto que sí. Of course.
Ya, teacher. A ver, primero es con el SIN.
Ya. All right, since.
I am in Cuenca since yesterday.
Okay, I am in Cuenca since yesterday. Ya, veamos este. Este está cerca, solo que como bien les decía, ¿no? En español, de nuestro medio, sonaría bien decir estoy en Cuenca desde ayer. Pero en inglés, en realidad, lo correcto sería decir I've been in Cuenca since yesterday. He estado en Cuenca desde ayer. Entonces, como digo, traduciéndolo literalmente en español, cualquiera de las dos suena bien. En español de nuestro medio, digámoslo así, ¿sí? Estoy en Cuenca desde ayer o he estado en Cuenca desde ayer y de hecho la primera opción sería la más usada para los cuencanos, ¿sí? Pero en inglés a la segunda le consideraríamos como correcta, ¿no? O sea, no le podemos traducir muy literal en ese caso, ¿sí? Pero since yesterday está muy bien, ¿sí? Entonces, en inglés nos quedaría mejor la segunda opción, all right?
Okay.
Teacher,
during.
All right, yes.
During quarantine, I was in Santa Isabel.
During, quarantine, I was. ¿No le escuché bien lo demás?
In Santa Isabel.
I was in Santa.
In Santa Isabel.
Yes, very good. Sí, porque ya no está, eso ya pasó, ya terminó, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, muy bien. Sí, perfect. Very good.
Okay, teacher. This is todo, teacher.
All right, very good, very good. And nice to see you finally.
Gracias, teacher.
Goodbye.
Okay,
See you,
bye.
everybody. Goodbye. Have a nice afternoon.